Coming up, this Christmas is going to be the greatest present for all us Universal fans. But more on that in just a little bit. And then we are going to tell you the things that we would buy at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter if we had an unlimited, limited amount of money. I know that makes no sense, but hey, neither do I. So from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida, this is the Universal edition of The Diz Unplugged. This is episode 124 of the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition. The Diz Unplugged Universal Edition is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect universal vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition. I am your host, as always, Senor Craig Williams, and today, what?
Senor?
Senor.
Oh.
Why
Okay.
can't I? What's that?
You're a senor.
Thank you. I am Senor Craig Williams, and today I am joined alongside by my co-host, Senor Rhino.
Hello.
Yeah,
I was covering a yawn really quick. Sorry.
No,
You're
that's okay.
boring me.
That's okay. We'll fix it later in post. We're not going to fix that later in post. So, wow, we have quite the humdinger of an episode today for you. I am super excited about it. You know what? We're in the middle of April right now. Mm-hmm. What better time to start talking about Christmas than right now?
Yeah.
So, it's not even Halloween season. We've only gotten one Halloween Horror Nights house so far, which is, pretty typical. But we have no Christmas information. We did have no Christmas information until just earlier in the past couple days. I don't remember the exact day, but I never told you that I was an expert at knowing on one days, where I believe it was last Friday, so day after our last episode. And it just, we've been talking on the show for quite a bit of time about the projection show coming to Hogwarts. The rumor projection show. It was never anything official. It was not announced. We did know that it was announced for Universal Studios Japan, but we did not have information on when or if it would actually come to Universal Studios Florida or Hollywood. Well, we have our answer for Universal Studios Florida, and that is with Christmas in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So, no, we will not get a bunch of Dementors attacking Hogwarts Castle as they will out in Japan.
Shame.
Which, what?
Shame.
It is. Oh no, it is a shame that we're not getting that. But arguably, Christmas is more magical, especially in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I'm talking more specifically about the movies. If you think back to the books and movies, well, the movies in particular, they're played on Freeform, used to be ABC Family, all the time during Christmas because of those seldom, few and far between Christmas scenes that are in it. But when it is Christmas in the Wizarding World, it is very Christmassy. And they released a video starring the one and only Michael Aiello from Universal Creative, who tackles all the entertainment in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, as well as our favorite event, Halloween Horror Nights. And he gave us a little look at what was coming for Christmas in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and a little glimpse at the projection show that's going to be happening on Hogwarts. And so here is just a brief little bit of what the show will look like. And if your mind's not blown by that, I don't know how it is. When that tree right there, oh, yeah, it gives you goosebumps inside. I mean, this isn't great if you're listening to this out there. We'll have the video in the show notes for you.
I'm excited.
You are excited?
I am very excited.
Yeah?
Just nothing tingles you tingles your bones like Christmas and Harry Potter.
No, I absolutely agree. And, it goes beyond this, though. This is not just a situation where, like, okay, that's all we're going to do for it. That's going to be Christmas. Now we're going to have this projection show for you. They are taking it to the next level. They decided that they will finally, for the first time, fully decorate the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Oh, yay. I'm
Wait.
excited.
No, I am too. And it's, before they would always put up the wreaths on the
Yeah.
doors, and it was really, it was crappy. It wasn't the Christmas treatment.
It's just not what you'd expect from an area that has a snowman all year round in it.
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
That is an absolute good point. But yeah, this year Hogsmeade will be completely decorated, as well as what could be one of the most beautiful concept renderings I've ever seen in a theme park. But yeah, that is the London waterfront
That's going to look beautiful
with
at
Christmas
night.
decorations. Oh, it's going to literally be so incredible with the lights all in the trees and down on the water and the giant wreaths hanging up all around King's Cross and the storefronts. And that's, we don't even know what it's going to look like then once you get inside the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Well, I'm just whatever they're doing, I'm happy that they're doing it, because we've said this on other episodes before about the Grinchmas, like what they do to the Seuss area is just so phenomenal, decorating wise, that it feels a little hollow, that it doesn't carry through into the rest of the park,
Yeah.
and so this is kind of that finally it's going into the rest of the park. I'm excited. I love this.
Yeah, and it's not even just like, it's not just going a little bit in. It will be it will be happening all throughout. The other announcement that went along with it is that on top of the decorations, we are also going to have brand new entertainment. So the Frog Choir will be singing Christmas songs,
Oh gosh, Magic Hall.
as well as Celestina Warbeck and the Banshees will be doing Christmas numbers from what's being said. And on top of that, there will also be special food and beverage items for the holidays.
Oh my god, another butterbeer flavored something or other.
If they could make like butterbeer peppermint, that would not go together at all.
No, not even a little bit.
Not a little bit, but there's something there, like a butterbeer with peppermint flakes. I don't know.
I'm there already. I see myself in my Gryffindor scarf, sipping on a hot butterbeer, eating something butterbeer.
Yeah, no, I'm glad they were finally able to come to some arrangement with J.K. Rowling, Warner Brothers, all that, to be able to bring the holidays into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. This is a huge, amazing step. We still need to get there with Halloween as well. But I literally cannot wait. But another thing that they are doing this year for the holidays at Universal, which will run November 18th through not June, January 6th.
It's a long holiday.
Yeah, that's one long holiday. Only Disney would have enough balls to do that long of a holiday period. But yeah, they will holidays. Falala, falala la 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 la. This is
la 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 land. I hate myself.
Yep, I hate you too. So we will not just get the Christmas in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I'm sure Grinchmas is still coming back. We will also get a new parade as part of it. It will no longer be the Macy's Holiday Parade.
No.
It will now be the Universal's Holiday Parade.
I wonder if that means they're not going to import the floats anymore from Macy's.
No. Macy's is still partnering with them. I think what they are doing this time, if you've seen the Macy's Holiday Parade, you know that it is very heavily on the actual balloons, the balloons that they're carrying through the streets. There's also a lot of the balloonsicles that are kind of on motorized devices or even bicycles to get them around, but still the balloon shape. And then there's a couple less than impressive floats throughout. The only float that's truly impressive, I believe, in that parade is the float for Santa Claus, as it should be. But this year they are going to inject. I just like Chris Farley'd out there for a second.
I was like, jeez. Matt, what's his name?
Matt Foley, motivational
Matt Foley,
speaker. Yeah, they're going to inject a little bit of Minion action into the parade, as well as some of the other DreamWorks characters from Madagascar and Shrek and the minions are going to wreak havoc on Santa and the parade. And so we're going to get some brand new floats, including this one here. If you're looking at the video for this, it's a great Christmas tree with minions
Riddled
on it.
with minions.
But you sit here and tell me that is not the most adorable thing you've ever seen.
Oh no, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I love the minions, and used for decoration and stuff like that. In the Christmas store, one of my favorite things to do is walk by and see what they do with the minion decorations that they have in there for the Christmas tree. So it's like a full size version of it. Of course, a lot of bananas on it. As I mentioned, Madagascar will have a presence. Which it's great. Finally getting those DreamWorks characters into
Alex the lion up there.
Yeah, you got the
Hippo,
which I don't know anything. Apparently, something. I like them thick and I like them chunky. I've heard that there's something along the lines of that with it. I've seen Madagascar
Who likes the
once. Jolie likes the hippo.
Who?
Jolie.
Julie Martin?
Yeah.
No. I don't mean like in the world. I meant somebody romantically enjoys the hippo in the movie.
Oh, I've seen.
I didn't mean like what person do we know likes that character?
I've seen Madagascar once when it first came out. Probably
have you never
on
seen any of
DVD.
the other ones?
No.
The second, I've seen the first and second one. I don't think I've seen anything past that. I didn't see the circus one.
I'm not a Madagascar. I'm not a Madagascar fan, but I am excited that they are infusing these DreamWorks characters in because that means it won't be long before we get How to Train Your Dragon involved.
There's a little Toothless in there.
Yeah, that's when I'm going to go.
My nephew will lose it.
Oh, I'll punch your nephew in the face if he tries to get in front of me to get to Toothless.
Well, you're like 7 feet tall. He's probably like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, well, I'm always willing to take it on. And then
what I'm suggesting is you should kick him.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good old
please
punt.
don't.
It's been a long time on this, being on this show without doing I will punch your children. So I used to make that one all the time, and I'm only half serious about it. And then we have another holiday-themed one. I believe this will go involved with Santa's float as well, too. Just beautiful.
This is the Krampus float this year, you said?
I wish. I wish they would do a Krampus float. I've always been very harsh on the Macy's Holiday Parade. It has a lot of flaws. It's just not that exciting. I'm glad.
It looks like it's suffering from wear and tear a little bit too.
Yep.
I know it's new. I know it's whatever, but it's looking aged. I guess.
Well, the problem is it's the balloons come down from New York, and the reason you don't see them on the parade in New York is because they're the ones that are moving by when you cut to commercial break.
Yeah.
If you really watch the parade, you can see some of the floats and the balloons that are in the Universal parade. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, I've seen that before. I know that one, but they don't feature them anymore. They're kind of the B-list balloons, and so I think adding a little bit more of Universal's properties in there and just bringing up the entertainment. I'm sure there'll be a new soundtrack. I didn't mind the last one. Those around the one before the one that we just had was just the worst thing in the world. Not a huge fan, but I'm glad that Universal is taking more control into it, partnering with Macy's instead of just having them run the whole show. And I think Christmas will be very merry and magical this year.
Yeah,
at
I'm
Universal.
excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
We will have to go just a couple times. But speaking of magic.
Good segue.
Yeah, thank you. We don't have any more news for you, but one of the questions that we've been getting asked time to time is to cover more merchandise stuff, and we don't typically cover merchandise just for the fact that some merchandise items change very rapidly. You might see things one on this trip that won't be there on the next, and you can never find them again. And that would be a shame to constantly talk about that, and then you can't get your hands on that one souvenir. But one thing that in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, they almost always add new items into the stores, but they don't really take away any of the old ones. Like, I'm still seeing stuff that is in the stores from the very first time that I stepped foot into the Wizarding World. Mm-hmm. And I still haven't gone through and bought any of those things yet. I might one day. I haven't yet, but
Well, I'll tell you, sometimes it's the hype that eventually lets you down, though, too, because I finally got a T-shirt I wanted since day one of it opening. I put it on the other day. It's like a boat neck. Now I think I bought a women's shirt.
and you might have, but yeah. Long story short, the Wizarding World has a lot of merchandise they just add on. They don't really get rid of stuff, and for that reason, we decided to share with you not what we necessarily think are the must-have items in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter if you're going to purchase them, but we do think that they are some of the items that are unique and worth picking up if they interest you. These are the ones that we would buy if we had a little extra money in our pockets and able to pick up just because of our fondness for either the characters or the houses or anything involved with them. And I am going to actually kick off this little thing. We have a total of 11 for you. 11 things that we would pick up in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter based on what we like. We each have 5, and then we agree on one at the end. That it's not too hard to figure out which one that'll be. But yeah, my first choice on something that I would pick up is this absolutely terrifying Dobby posable figure.
There's one that looks more realistic than this, and he was like, "Nope."
No, it's. I mean, first off, I like collecting bendable, posable action figures and any action figures, and you know they tack up on a wall really well. Or if you take them out of the packaging, they sit on a shelf. I've always.
You like the bendies as opposed to the socket joints and stuff?
I'm a Gumby fan, man.
Yeah.
I'm a Gumby fan. I remember having a Gumby and a Pokey, but then I can also own a Dobby one day when I will get this. I will.
So who will sit next to your Tom Hanks?
Yeah, and
When you get him too.
I will get him as well. But the Dobby action figure, it's a little bendable one, and he's wearing his little crappy thing that he wears in the movies.
It's
and
like
all
a
that,
bed
and his
sheet or
shoes.
something.
Yeah, it's nothing too fancy. And he's got his sock that he has that helped secure his freedom on there. And it's just it's a little cheap action figure. It's right around $10, but I just hate Dobby so much. I think it would be like the perfect thing for me to have. And
That's what I don't understand. Is you're saying you hate Dobby, but you want the Dobby action figure?
it was I mean, it kind of goes to my history of working in at Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. We had one guy that worked with us that always did these Dobby impersonations, and he was very good at them. And
return to Hogwarts. I can't do it.
yeah, well, no, you actually did a very commendable job there. But he added a lot of dirty words, and this is for all the times that I talk about Universal employees being very mature and something that Disney should strive to be. This was an example of what not to do. He would pick out a crowd that did not speak the correct language. He would go into Dobby voice and then just curse in front of them. And, something about that, it's still stuck with me. And so yeah, I would have to choose the creepy Dobby posable figure that you can get in the cart, and it's in the cart sitting right outside of Wands by Grigorovich in Diagon Alley. So that is mine, I believe. Now, Rhino, speaking of clothing that you've always wanted.
That I've wanted to be presented to me so I could be a free house elf?
Yes.
Okay.
In that way, but not in that way. What is one of the things that you would like?
If I didn't live in the state of Florida, one thing that I tried to think, if I came here on a vacation, what do I like? I like things that are like straight out of the movie.
Yeah.
And there are a sweater set that is available that are the Harry and Ron sweaters that they get from Mrs. Weasley.
Yeah.
Makes them for her. And I just love it because it's like the sweater straight out of the movie, and it feels exactly what you think it's going to feel like. And
oh, yeah.
It's something where I'm like, man, if it was really freezing and I was wearing that, it's a subtle Harry Potter shirt, too.
Yeah.
It's not, it just has the R or the H on it, and it, I don't know, it just looks It would just be something like I could imagine myself wearing that in Massachusetts, like being really cold one day, or like on Christmas, wearing it on Christmas, opening your presents.
Now
My family didn't keep the furnace up to 200 degrees on those days.
I wanted. When these came out, they sold out like so fast, and Kylie tried to get one for me, and just couldn't make it happen.
The Ron one, obviously, right?
Well, the Ron one because of the redhead thing, but
Yeah.
like for you, what would you want?
Harry.
But it's Rhino.
You raise a valid point. It would make way
thank
more sense than the H.
It's literally made for you
Yeah.
and other people with the first letter
Yeah,
of
that's
R.
true.
Name. But no, I think these are great. I will own one day. When Kylie gets around to spending money on her team member Christmas discount, that's when I'll pick it up.
One
get it.
cold winter's day.
Yeah.
Perhaps while you're in the spirit after watching the show and having whatever delicious treats await us for the holiday.
Yeah. So one of the lesser cool things, but something that appeals to me on my nerdy side, is Inscribulus and Diagon Alley.
I think these are lesser cool.
They are definitely a nerdier souvenir than the average souvenir.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay.
So I'll just a spoiler. When we were preparing for this episode, we didn't have a lot of time, so we only went to the shops in Diagon Alley. There are some unique items that you can find in Diagon Alley that you can't find in Hogsmeade and vice versa. So maybe we'll do...
In fairness, though, I do like the diversity of shops in Diagon Alley more than the ones in Hogsmeade. Not to say that they offer inferior or superior products. It's just I feel like the shopping experience is different because it's able to be more isolated. With like you're in the clothes shop to buy the all the clothes stuff, and then the other one's like you're in for Quidditch stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, let's be real. I mean, Diagon Alley is essentially a place where the wizards and witches go to shop,
And that's why I think I like it too. It's part of the store.
Yeah. So, well, for me, in Scribulus, I'm thinking about going back to school, and what do I need? But I need one of the amazing wax presses that they sell in there. I don't know if that's the official name for them, but the seal. Thank you. A wax seal. So, they have a whole bunch of different letters that you can get. This is a look, if you're watching this is a look at the actual seal part, the metal seal. Then down below is the wooden sticks that you kind of screw in. So you can also buy multiple, and you can just switch out the seal that you have on there. But there's a lot of unique Potter ones too. There's like a 9 3/4 one.
I like
There's
the Ministry of Magic one. I actually might get that. When you showed that to me, I was like, ooh, I really into like trying to write letters and mail them to people lately. So I'm thinking like, just press it on the back. I don't know.
No, it's absolutely amazing. I love that. And then, they also sell the wax right there that comes along with it, and you can have your choice in color. They even sell parchment paper to go along with it too. And so you can have that full experience where you write, and they, sorry, not to keep going on it, they have an ink and quill set. So
yeah, that's cool
you could use a quill and actual ink to then write a letter to then put in an envelope, and then seal it up and close it with your wax
This
seal.
sounds like a neat freak parent's worst nightmare to get their young child that's into Harry Potter. Like, I'm going to write with this ink.
Let's be real. I'm just going to eat the wax.
Yeah.
So,
Make some lips out of them.
exactly. But it's just it's so unique. And if you get one of the ones that are Potter related, and not just get like your initials, that's one of those souvenirs that not everyone just comes and gets it. It's so original to do. And the next letter you send out, just put that on the back.
Touch of magic on the back.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even need to send a postcard and have it on. The wax will just fall off. But terrible advice for you. But I think it's very cool.
Okay, well, I think cool. I like. Again, going back to I like the stuff straight out of the movie. Okay, now I think I know what we're agreeing on for the last one. I remember now.
Yeah.
I'm a big I love the stuff that's subtle, but it's right out of the movie, and I think this is almost a necessity for any girl. Guys can get it too, but the Time Turner necklace. I love that it's sold there. I love that it exists. I love that it's a pretty piece of jewelry, but also I don't know. I think it's just cool that it's there. It's one of those like iconic things from the movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's absolutely necessary.
Azkaban.
Azkaban, yeah,
Yeah, where Prison Mike was kept.
yeah, Dementus,
Yeah, swooping in, sucking
Gruel.
the good time out of everybody.
gruel every day. But no, if you're gonna cosplay as Hermione, it's an absolute
It's a
necessity
must, yeah.
to have. And no, it's actually very well made too. I've held the ones that they sell there in my hands just to kind of feel it.
Yeah, so it
see
does
the
the
quality
spinning and everything too,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's absolutely it's beautiful. I mean, it is on the bigger side, so you're gonna feel a little gaudy walking around having it around your neck, but you're in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. That's when I would be wearing it, and you're just celebrating with other people. I mean, there are going to be mega fans in the Wizarding World saying like, "Oh, I love that," and you know what? It might open up conversation with someone else who's like, "Well, what is that?" You might teach someone by wearing it. So, I'm all for life lessons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like life lessons too.
Good. Well, I know another thing that I like and you also like as well, and you can
Yes.
find this down in Borgin and Berkson Nocturne Alley, and that is the Death Eater masks.
Yeah, these are like beautiful. So you can get Lucius Malfoy's or Bellatrix Lestrange, or I think they might have others too. But they come like on a mounted back, so
Yeah.
with the nameplate on them, and so you can put them on the wall in the house. And I just think like they're beautiful, and
They are, yeah.
You know, I just think they're. I think you could probably wear them maybe too. But
Yeah, I'm sure.
well, for the price tag, I think you should be able to because they're over $100.
I disagree. For $110 to put that on a wall and hang it up, I mean, they are works of art.
no,
They
no, no.
are.
I think you should be able to wear it as well, though, too.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't wear it. That's just me.
Well, you like the Mudbloods a lot more than I do.
No, I'm
Just kidding. I love them.
Just I can see some idiot walking through TSA wearing the.
Jesus. I see. I like it because it's kind of like you can put it up on your wall. Like I conquered the Death Eater. So
Yeah.
it's if you're a witch or wizard, it's kind of like this is my memento from the Great Wizard War or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's.
I'm a nerd though.
Yeah,
I
well,
have the Sword of Gryffindor hanging in my house, so that's who I am. I'm always paranoid it's going to fall off the wall and stab me or one of my dogs. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So why don't we talk about the next thing that you do enjoy?
Oh, it's this phone case I'd never seen before. It looks like the Monster Book. So it's
Of monsters.
the Monster Book of Monsters. So it's this fluffy like phone case that you can put your iPhone in, but it's also like a wallet, so it can hold all your cards. But it's got the teeth on the side and it snaps shut and everything. I thought this was really cute. Like really cool, impractical unless you're gonna put your phone in a bag or something like that, because that Monster Book ain't fitting in my pants.
Yeah, you would have to have quite the bag to be able to put this in.
Not my bag, baby.
You know, that's not my bag, baby.
I don't know what's wrong with me, sorry.
$36.95 too. You know, it's a
Little steep.
little steep,
Yeah.
and I mean, this one was more cool to look at. It's not practical. I won't even say the quality of it was high, but it is one of those things that someone's gonna see that and be like,
A
"What?"
fan, yeah. Like this was made by a fan for somebody to have that reaction that you just gave.
Yeah, and so speaking of the monster books, monster
Book of
monsters. When I get hungry, I turn into a monster. Segue for you there.
Oh,
And this is kind of cheating. I will admit that, but we had to put in some sort of food item, whether it was a chocolate frog or a butterbeer fudge or just any of the amazing thing. The Bertie Bott's every flavor bean. Like they're just so many unique
Is that what you picked?
items.
No.
No.
Okay.
There's so many unique items, even including the chocolate wands that melt 2 seconds after you step out in the Florida sun with them.
You're like Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, it's all over me.
No, that happened to me the first time I got one. I'm like, this is so good. Boom, boom, ba, boom.
Then you get your poo pants.
Exactly. So yeah, there's so many sweets, and so I'm claiming that this is a souvenir. It's a gift. It's a piece of merchandise because they are already packaged. They're easy to take home.
Throw it in the suitcase.
Exactly. Yeah. Think about it later. While there are so many good food items, so many good snacks, my favorite has to be the Fizzing Whiz-Bees. So
What are they?
What are they? They are essentially little chocolates that have like pop rocks in them. And so you let it melt, you let the chocolate melt, or you bite through and then you get it.
You get
you
this
let
snaps in your mouth.
Yeah, it's just starts snapping and popping, and they also have the exploding bonbons, which are like white chocolate, a little bit more on like the.
Oh, I'm trying those next time.
Yeah, no, they're very good. I mean, they're like $10 to get both of them.
It's an experience, though. It's cool packaging. That's the thing I always really like is the attention to detail on this area carries through into like the packaging and what you're getting. So it's like it seems like a lot, but
Yeah, and beyond that, I say these ones as well as the exploding bonbons because they're not. These are the ones that you want to actually eat. Whereas when you get the chocolate frog, I know people want the chocolate frog because, well, you get the card on the inside and it's so iconic from the movies. But if you've ever tried to eat the solid chocolate frog that comes in there, you will break your teeth off trying to chew through it. So I like these because they're more practical and they're a little bit more unique in that sense too. So definitely not a fan of Birdie Bots. So
I am not either. When I used to work at Borders and we'd host the midnight parties, and this one night I was doing some table this was for the sixth book, and like some kid we had them set up on the table and we were like eating them and oh my god, I thought like. You'd think like, oh, the dish soap one or the grass one is going to make me feel disgusting. It was the spaghetti one that I thought I was going to vomit when I ate because it was like hot, warm spaghetti, which I guess spaghetti is supposed to be warm, but like it, like, I still like start to dry heave when I think about it today.
It's the same exact thing as I love pizza, but I hate that fake pizza taste. Like
like the chips.
Pizza,
the Pringles.
And the pizza smell in Fallon.
What's the pretzel with it in the middle? The pretzel treats. You know what I'm talking about? You get a bag of the pretzels and they got like the cheese in the middle. The little short fellas.
I'm not.
Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name.
Combos.
Yeah, combos. The pizza combos. I'm always like, why did you ruin combos?
Yeah. No, gosh, it's been so long since I've had a combos.
Oh, combos are a great. You got to take a drive. Like you're driving the family down to Universal Orlando, grab a bag of condos.
This episode has been brought to you. Yes, you did. Okie dokie. Why don't we talk about your
combos.
next item?
Anyway, you buy yourself a condo. So when the movie was coming out, I'm a fan. I'm this guy that like makes T-shirt for movies when they come out. I do the midnight premiere with the T-shirt, and we used to do this for the Harry Potter films. And for the last one, we did shirts where there were four of us, and we each picked a house, and Gryffindor, obviously. And I did the animal of the house and like put it on the shirt, and then I splattered the shirt. So like. For Gryffindor, I had a maroon shirt. For Slytherin, it was gray or green, whatever their choice was. And there was a yellow one for Hufflepuff, and then there was a blue one for Ravenclaw. And I cut out the shape of the animals, and I put it on the chest, splattered it with, like, Gryffindor, I splattered it with gold paint. And then up the spine, I wrote courage. And then, like, for Slytherin, around the neck, like a snake, I wrote, like, whatever, cunning. And then the Hufflepuff, same thing for each one of them.
Yes.
And now they've released shirts that are similar to this idea where you can get all the houses and it says what the house is on the bottom and then it's got the symbol of the house with the characteristic on it. Yeah. And it's in a baseball tee. So I might have to get, so like Gryffindor says brave, the Slytherin says shrewd, the Hufflepuff and the other ones, I think Ravenclaw said wise, I think Hufflepuff said stick. But loyal. Loyal, there it is. They all say something, so I actually saw these and I was like, "Don't tell Eli," but I think I'm gonna get him some matching shirts for his birthday soon.
Yes, for the very low price of $32.95.
I think Kylie's gonna get him a really good shirt for his birthday. I'm just gonna recommend it.
Yeah, I'm sure she will. So moving along, I believe this is my last item that I chose. If I remember correctly.
No, I think this one's cool too.
Good choice. This one is a cool one. We kind of shared the Death Eater mask, and then the final one that we'll do. But when the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes opened up, they expanded upon what what they did back in Hogsmeade with, oh my gosh, what was the name of that old shop now? I can't even think of it.
Gosh, it is something from like the books too, and I forget it.
It's just blowing my mind that I just forgot about it. I mean, they did such a good job of wiping it out of existence to expand Honeydukes that it completely slipped my mind. But yeah, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes opens up with Diagon Alley, expands the level of jokes and gifts, brings in some of the things you saw in the movies, like the skiving snack boxes and some of the other
Zonkos.
Zonkos,
Yeah.
thank you. I knew it was a match game, or not a match game. What's the Wayne Brady one?
Family Feud, not Family
No.
Feud.
Let's make a deal.
Let's
Let's
make a deal,
make
yeah.
a deal. I think those are just songs. I'm just stalling. But my choice, the cycling Dolores Umbridge.
Yes.
So, or it's Umbridge on a unicycle.
I like this one. I would like to see photos of people who set this up at their house, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because they have one in the store that's going back and forth, but it's like a bigger one. This
Yeah.
is a smaller size one.
Oh yeah,
more
no,
practical
it's
one, I
a
guess.
it's a massive one in the store, like a real size version of what you would expect. And this is just the nice little one that you can take home. And I love that about it too. What better souvenir than something like where you can show someone a picture of like, hey, this is in this shop,
Yeah.
and I have it here.
I like the idea that you're setting this up in your room back home. Like you're a big Harry Potter fan. You got a little Umbridge going back and forth in like your kid's room or something.
yeah, no,
adult bedroom.
It's a good way to force a kid into liking Harry Potter, teaching them the ways.
Putting a terrifying woman on a unicycle going back and forth. That sounds like something out of It.
Hey, clowns are in this year.
Come float with us.
Okay, Rhino, what's yours? What's your next
I
one?
really enjoy they have these
Nope.
plaques
Bum, 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 bum.
that are there's like they're probably I don't know, they're pretty big. They're heavy and they're like the plaques that are the symbol, the crest for each house.
Yes.
And then they have one that's for all the houses.
Yeah.
You were saying a whole one, but I think these would be really cool for like doorways in your room, or doorways in your house. I'm sorry, for like you put one on each one of the. I only have 3 doorways though in my house. That's the problem. So I can't really do it unless I have 4.
Yeah, and, well, these are absolutely beautiful. I went with the one when I was still working there. It was one of the first things I bought when I got my holiday discount because they're not that bad. They're only like $50.
Yeah, and it's
So-
heavy. Like it's a quality made thing.
Yeah, they're really well made, and then on the back it is like a felt, so it doesn't move around on a wall once you hang it up. It actually stays very secure.
I might invest in one of these to put above my Sword of Gryffindor. Actually, that's a good idea.
I-
You've talked me into it.
I
Craig.
think it's a great idea. So
Finally going to make the purchase.
no, it's a great purchase. I'm sure courtesy of Kylie again. I gosh, I hope her bosses aren't watching this. And thinking, no, stop buying stuff for people. No, these are really, really great souvenirs, and it's a way to show your fandom without being too over the top.
Yeah, I agree.
And
It's classy.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh well, yeah. Okay. So
And now,
I know. that.
now we're going to wrap this up with number 11. The one thing that both Rhino and I agree is a unique thing that we would continue to buy. We already have
Well,
them.
yeah.
We have
I think
lots.
we have a sad amount of them. To be honest with you.
I have 7.
You have 7? Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 5, I think.
I have 3 characters in 3 different houses,
I have 3 characters.
and I have
I have 2 of mine.
then Kylie has 1 character to fill out the final house.
1 from each house.
And so we have 1 from each house, and then I have one, the wand that was given to me at the media event. Oh, just spoiled
they're
it
one
there.
spoiler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've been talking for a lot about counting numbers of things we have. So
Yeah, and then Kylie, when she finally got chosen in Ollivanders, because
you
when,
can't not get the wand when you're. That's why I have one of the ones I have.
and that's for her. When she finally got promoted at Universal, the first place she went to was Hippovanders. So she was in charge of the Hippogriff venue as well as Ollivanders in
cool.
Hogsmeade. So she would constantly watch the shows at Ollivanders and just be be looking at it from the outside. And so then when Diagon Alley opened up, we went in, and the first time we went into Ollivander's and Diagon Alley together, of course, they chose her for her wand, and she just had to get it. She knew the wand, the wand.
Oh,
keeper,
see, I didn't know the people. It happened at an inconvenient time
Yeah.
for me, and it was in Diagon Alley, and it was a great experience, but it was just like, it was right before Halloween Horror Nights, and I was like, oh, shoot, now I got to carry this box around with me all night. But I was still like, well, I can't not get it.
Yeah.
You can't get it on a different day, because then it's not the magic. It's not the one that picked me.
Yeah, for ours, it was the team member preview of Diagon Alley, and then, she knew the wand keeper because he had went from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley, so of course he chose her, but
My reasoning was because the ones that pick you now are the interactive ones.
Yeah.
So I had several other non-interactive ones, but I think a wand period is a necessity for any Harry Potter fan.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
what's great and unique kind of about them is that you can get all the character wands like Craig was talking about, or you can get the wands that are made for you that are based on when your birthday is. I got my birthday wand when I went, which if you are watching, I believe, I think it's in this photo. I think it's the last one down there. It might be just out of the photo, but yeah. So I got, first of all, the first time I ever went, I got Harry Potter's wand, because you got to get Harry Potter's wand. And then Eli loved the design of the Voldemort wand, so he had to get that. But then you're like, okay, well, right there I have the brother wands, because they each have the same phoenix feather, or phoenix or unicorn. Oh dear Lord,
Phoenix.
it's phoenix, right? Yeah, I thought it was a phoenix because it was like fox, gave the feather. And then you can't not get Dumbledore's. Everything is about the Elder Wand, so I gotta get that one.
You are
and then
so stereotypical.
you can't, like, I have guilt. Like, I can't not get the wand. You gotta have the Elder Wand, and then you can make the Deathly Hallows with the wands. Well, you need a fourth one, so then I got my fourth one. But my fourth one was, I went on my birthday. That was the next time I went. So I got those three the first trip, and then on my birthday I went and I had to get the other one. But that was before I was an annual pass
Well,
holder.
I can honestly say that of the 3 wands that you have, I do not have any of those.
Well, let me guess who you have.
Okay, guess.
Okay, you have a Professor Snape.
Yes?
You have a McGonagall.
No.
Oh. You have a Hermione.
No.
Oh. You don't have a Weasley, do you?
No.
Do you have not a Bellatrix, a Narcissa Malfoy?
Nope.
Hers is pretty cool. Oh, okay. Well, tell me yours.
I
You
have-
got a Neville.
I have Snape.
Yeah.
I have Sirius Black. I have Cedric Diggory. And
What does this
then
one look like?
It is like a light tan going up, and then it kind of goes into a dark brown black.
Is it the one that's like kind of comes to a point? It's like
It does
very
come
angular?
to a point at the end, but the bottom is kind of like a kind of a 4 corners, and then there's like these almost, I don't want to say tribal symbols, but something like that etched into the sides. It's
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking of.
It's
Okay.
very classy, and then Kylie has Luna's.
Did you get Cedric? What does Luna's look like?
Luna had 2 wands actually.
They were different.
Yes, they were different. The original one they stopped selling, and now they have a version of hers where it's like a flower at the end.
Ah, okay, that's
So-
right. I remember that one. Well, okay, so you got Snape. Obviously, when he passed away, I was thinking about getting his too, but you had it already.
Snape's was the first one that I bought, and then
Snape's is a cool one.
yeah, Snape's is cool, and it's just it was my favorite ones when it was all the character ones. I looked at it and I was like, this is the one that I had to have.
Yeah.
I love Gary Oldman as Sirius Black, so that's why I had to get it. And then when I worked at Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, a lot of times when I was much skinnier than I am now, I wore the Hufflepuff costume, so I had to get a
that's why you get the
Hufflepuff wand.
because that's the only one that I was like,
Yeah.
you picked an interesting
No.
character. I didn't know if you were just a big Twilight fan or Robert Pattinson.
I am not a
or
Robert
your
Pattinson
Dreamboat.
fan, but the wand is cool, and
Water for Elephants is your
I
favorite
wanted a Hufflepuff wand to go with my other ones, and then it just so happened that Kylie was able to complete
By getting
all of
Luna.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Well, that's the thing. And then what's great about these is they really are like works of art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, these are replicas of the movie ones, but you're getting your wand where the wizards get their wand, and they're beautiful. And I think they're an easy display item. You just have to
Absolutely.
get you can go to Michael's or any sort of wood shop area, get the plaque, any shape, cut it yourself, make
Yeah.
up your own design. It's not hard. Get a 2x4 or a piece of plywood, draw it out, then just cut it, and then you just put hooks in it.
And if you're not arts and crafty, literally go drive 2 nails level across in the wall and just set it on top of there. It still looks just as good.
I was just gonna say I made this whole thing about how to make it, and then I haven't even made one yet. But I'm just lazy.
No, I mean, some of us are more arts and crafty and others aren't. So
Maybe that's a future arts and crafts and drinks video. We make some butter beer, and then we make a wand thing for our displays.
I know we never got to our Easter one, which was going to be awesome, which we still might do just randomly.
Yeah.
It's never, I'll just say this, it's never the bad time of the year for a good hard-boiled egg.
Well, here's what we do: we can do the hard-boiled egg, show how to do that, and then we turn them into your favorite appetizer.
Egg salad sandwiches.
Deviled eggs.
Deviled
But then
eggs.
Also egg salad sandwiches
that is
if you want, sure.
Yeah, I'm the carnivore that I am. I eat egg salad sandwiches as my appetizers.
Shoot, I really want an egg salad sandwich now.
It's just after you spend all the time getting the ingredients and making it,
The various accoutrements.
I wasn't really in the mood to eat it anymore. So.
Cool.
Well, guys, that is our list. The 11 little unique items that you can find in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter that we think personally they're cool. You don't have to agree with it, but if you do agree with it, please let us know down in the comments below. And if you think we are wrong, why don't you tell us what you would pick up if you went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? Because, well, I'd like to know. And maybe we'll even share it. Maybe we'll do a follow-up episode in a couple weeks and say your favorite merchandise items from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I think that would be a neato idea. So, yeah, make sure you comment below with all that. So, thank you, Rhino, for having this fun little conversation with me. This was good.
Oh man, we should have at the beginning said aloha, and then I would have said aloha mora. Oh man,
Terrible.
I don't have a goodbye one. I'm sorry.
And thank you to everyone out there who took the time to watch and listen to this. We do appreciate it greatly. Make sure if you want any more information, head out to disunplugged.com. That is where you will find our show notes for this show and all the other shows on the Diz Unplugged podcast network. And make sure you're subscribed to us on iTunes as well as YouTube, and you're always leaving us all that feedback. We love seeing and reading it all the time. So just do it. It's good for your life and soul. So again, guys, thank you so much.
Chicken soup for the Universal Podcast.
Yes,
Sorry.
chicken soup. Oh, and because the music started, so no more resolutions. We will be back with you next week. Have a great week, everyone.